I'm sure that most people have had this experience. And possibly so have you. You went to a restaurant that just opened up. What was it like? Do you remember? Maybe it was like this. You go into the restaurant, the door is open for you, and you're greeted with welcome. A pleasant host is there to meet you. Someone helps you take off your coat and guides you into the dining hall. They help you pick a spot and you sit down. Right away, a waitress materializes before you and obligingly offers you the menu. You make your selection, you get service quickly, and delicious food is served. Then the bill comes without delay, and everything is simply wonderful and magnificent. And the restroom was, by the way, nothing short of ideal, neat, clean, pleasant scent, and everything perfect. You leave the restaurant and are helped to dress. The door is open up for you, and someone bids you a pleasant evening. You walk out of the doors with a distinct feeling of exchange and abundance. It was unexpectedly pleasant, right? And you leave the restaurant with that very feeling that you have to balance out the exchange. So how do you do it? Or how have you done it after such an experience? Let's say that 2-3 weeks or possibly a few months went by. Doesn't matter. Your friends would call for a visit and you needed a way to spend the night with them. And then you remember about that perfect restaurant. And you would say to them, "Hey guys, I know where we're going tonight. I have the perfect restaurant." But what happened the second time around, or could have happened? You approached the restaurant, expecting the door to fly open, but for some reason it just didn't. You went inside, only to witness a bored cloakroom attendant who paid little attention to you. The hostess didn't bother to appear very quickly and was in no rush to escort you into the dining hall. So you went inside on your own and sat down. Then you had to wait for the waiter and even then had to call him over. And he didn't stand before you like this, you know, but more like that. And you felt kind of like, it's not so bad that we came by here, is it? Etc. The food was maybe not quite so good as before. Then for some unknown reason there was an item in the bill you didn't order, etc. And when you were leaving the restaurant, no one bothered to wish you good night. And when you went out of the door, what was the condition of exchange received by you? Incomplete or partial, right? Exactly at that moment, you think to yourself, I'm not coming back here. Now look, here's the important thing. In the future, it's going to be abandoned, not only by you alone, but by your whole environment, current environment and any future one. You're not going to recommend them to visit that restaurant, and hence, the restaurant loses, right? The reason for such a condition is a lack of Division 5 functions, the Qualifications division. Let's talk about it in detail. So, Division 5 is the Qualifications division, and it has departments 13, 14, and 15. Let's talk about Department 13 first. The main purpose of that department is quality control. Quality of what? What could we have there in our example of furniture? What are the functions of Department 13? It would be the quality control over, let's say,
manufactured goods. It would be quality control over assembled furniture, etc. Let's see how it might be in that restaurant example. If the functions of the qualifications division were properly carried out and implemented there, it might look something like this. You're leaving the restaurant on your second visit, and a pleasant-looking girl approaches you with a survey clipboard and asks you a few questions. And she asks, "Dear guest, tell me please, if there was something that could be better about our restaurant, what do you think the main thing would be?" So what would you say then? You would say, "Well, last time it was all so-and-so, but now it's like this." And yet you position yourself as an expensive restaurant. How can you allow yourselves to add something to the bill that myself or my guests didn't even order? I hardly even know what to say about it. You tell her all of your complaints, and the girl is there, writing it down, and you spoke your mind. You know, when a person speaks his mind, there's no longer a need to get into fights with anyone. You've probably observed this. But note that down. He didn't speak his mind outside of the restaurant, but here, on the spot. That in itself is a very important circumstance. But there is another factor that comes into play here. At that moment, the girl will say, "Mr. Smith, thank you. Thank you very much for telling me all of this. I promise you that we're going to fix all of these flaws, all of these mistakes that you mentioned to me. You're absolutely right." And then she tells you in conclusion, "Of course, I'm not sure that you're ever going to come and see us again, but I sure hope you will come back. But next time you come, there is no doubt that you're going to discover all of the positive changes at our restaurant. I promise you that. And now, I would like to wish you a good night. I hope to see you soon. Goodbye." And after she does this, there are some action steps that need to be taken. A bit later on that. Now let's look at the reactions now. If such a thing happened to you, what would be your viewpoint on this restaurant now? After you leave? Possibly, it's not quite up to the level when you visited the first time and there was exchange in abundance, but it's certainly better than if the girl hadn't spoken to you at all anyway. Right? And here's the most important thing. If, after this inspection or this quality control, we can now take action and correct the existing flaws and bring our standards up to what we claim them to be and what our customers expect them to be, then we can rightly assume that our next customers, clients and/or buyers are going to leave happy, which means they will recommend us to their friends and recommend us to their family. If we delivered incomplete or partial exchange, they will also refer us, but with a minus sign in the equation. If asked, "Where can one have dinner here?" the reply will be, "Anywhere but at that restaurant." It's an anti-referral. If you look this over, then you'll see that we're all buyers, and 90% of our purchases happen by referrals.